Right, so here we are, going to look at a vehicle which is a Range Rover Evoque. I've got young Johnny here driving us to it. Hopefully we can park in front of it. Yes, it's there. So the problem with this is it's stuck in park. So the gear knob is sticking in park and won't move, so we think it's the wee actuator that's broken, so we're going to try and see if we can fix it on the road. Right, so what we're doing is we're going to try and remove the console. I should have shown you it in park and it won't come out, but there are two wee screws behind here that we take out. That's one. I don't know if you can get the other one, Johnny.
Sort of trying my best.
It's down here. There's a wee light if you want.
Is it underneath this? Oh, I feel it.
This is your first time working on the channel, Johnny.
It's an honour.
Can you see it?
I can feel it. Maybe do what you've done.
Right, okay. Need the light?
No, no.
Let's put it in there. So that's the only screws we really need to take out if you want to hold that.
Yep.
Gone. And this whole panel, put that in my pocket, should lift up like that. Now there are a couple of connectors there. You'll see that one there. Just the wee fingers in here.
You need those wires out?
There's one a wee connector, that's that one, and there's one at the other side as well. Let me just get that. Screwdriver in there. That should pop out. That should lift up, and there's one more I think. It's holding the gearbox.
Need this one?
No, we've got this. Just a wee flat-headed one. There's a wee tab in here you've got to pull down. And push that in. So you can hold that up, Jonathan, can you? Right, so I've got it now. That comes right out, and this is what I culprit here. So we need to try and take this out.
Just these two screws?
No, the whole thing comes out for the body.
Oh, right, yeah.
I can't remember how to do it. Maybe it was the light that was shining on it.
That's what I was saying. I thought it just looked like an almost...
There's two at the front there, see that? That one out. That one. Oh, there's another one. Right. So one of the problems you have is when people spill drinks around here, all that dust and stickiness and dirt all go in there. So we'll put that down there.
Hold on.
And I think that will come out of these four here. So what we're trying to do here is a temporary repair to get the vehicle moving, get it up to Raymies' garage, and we can work on it at our leisure. So what we're trying to do here is a temporary repair to get the vehicle moving, get it up to Raymies' garage, and we can work on it at our leisure. So I haven't priced one of these. Any guess how much you think one of these are?
Just the gearbox itself?
Oh, just this wee unit here.
Just the plastic?
Ah, the wee bit that changes gears.
Somewhere between 50 and 150 quid, I guess.
I think you're talking about £700.
700?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. I thought if you maybe got the whole, I don't know, workings of the gearbox, you'd be talking that money. But
Get in and sit down. There's a locking mechanism in here. When the thing's up, it won't let it rotate. So if I take them off, I don't know if that's the right size. It is. I'll take these four off. Pull these screws. And I think we might have to take that one off at the front. You just damage that and get another one.
This a black circle thing?
Yeah, this bit here.
Yeah.
That's going to come off, and a wee board in there, see it? So what you've got is that wee motor's for lifting it up and down, that wee motor is to release this mechanism, see it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where the problem is. So it is. So if we put a wee bit of tape there, see it lets you rotate it. If it's not, stuck. So when that gets powered on, that should release. That allows you to put it into gear. And these are two wee magnets here that read the board to tell it what gear position it's in. So that'll be park, that'll be sports mode. And this seems to be not releasing. So we can diagnose that later on, but I want to try and get it home so as we can take our time and do that. So what we really need to do is, watch the wee wires now, is to try and get that to stay there, to unengage, and we'll put it back together again, and hopefully we can move it into drive. So any suggestions how we keep that there?
Tape. Or put something in front of it, like a wedge.
Oh, but the wedge is going to
just do the same thing.
So I think if we can get a wee bit of tape and try and tape that.
Aye.
I was thinking like that. Oops. You think?
Is it in position though?
Aye, I've pulled it out. Oh, see the tape coming up. I don't want to just put it back together again, it pops back in.
Just like it's not touching the back wall.
That side?
Aye.
I think that's it.
Is
fully,
that full back? Yeah,
fully
that's fine.
back, yeah. That's what I'll have to do. Put that there. That there. Let's just hope that doesn't foul anything, but if we can hold that back enough, put it back up together as best we can, even if it's just lying loose, as long as everything's plugged in, we can get the car to move. This might be a bit tight, is it?
With the extra material.
I think it's got to slot in that slot.
Yeah,
there, see it?
yeah.
Now, if I was in the house, I could power that and see if that lifts.
Without actually having it connected all.
So I'll put that back in there now. I can leave that in. I can do that at any time. I don't need to screw it in. We could put that back in here. that goes back in there on. And then you get out and under.
Yeah.
And plug this one into it. If I remember where this goes, can you just hold it up, Nathan? Where's my wee torch going? Oh, I did it set. Let's see it. Right, can you just bring it down a wee bit? Is it this one? Ah, it's this one. Right, bring it down. A bit more. Jesus, oh, the speed of that. That went that side, then we're trying to just guide that one down a bit now.
Wait, hold on.
Right, I've got it. I'll put this side in. Okay, you put your side in.
Where's it going into?
Somewhere here. Can you see if your hand?
Oh yeah, I see it, I see it.
See it now? Right, that is in.
That's us in, I think.
Right, hold on. It's still engaged. It's up. Please turn.
You're laughing.
Let's see if we're going to go. Yay. Right, so let's head back to Raymies' garage and we'll see if we can fix that, or it needs a new one. Right, so we made it back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all that again and we'll get it on the bench and we'll get it tested to see if it actually functions to allow the wee actuator to move to unlock. Right, so we've got the module out. I'll take the tape off it. That was what got us home, which was great. So we can now get all the tools. So as I said to you earlier, I've got two motors. There's one motor here and one in there. It's moving this actuator here. So we're going to try this motor first, which is these two cables, and I've got them kind of probed in there, and I've got a 9-volt battery, and what I'm looking for is if that motor pushes that out. So this is what rises the gear change knob. Oh, that didn't work. I'll just check my connections. That'll probably go that side. Right, let's try it now. So there you go, you've seen that coming up. It's locked again because we haven't got this in position, so I'll just reverse the polarity on that, and there it goes back down again. So we know the motor for raising up and down actually works. So what we need to do now is to back probe this. We'll probe this, get a connection on it, to see if the wee actuator is working. I just need to get a good connection in there. That might be alright. So I've got, and what we're looking for is that motor to push this back again, to unlock. Didn't work that way. Not at all, so I don't know if I've got a good connection here. Try it going the other way. It's fine. So that doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I thought it would work. So that's not actuating. It's basically a small solenoid. So what I'll do is I'll try and take this plastic bit off till we get into this solenoid here. It's just a wee plunger. It's plunging that back and forward. There we are. So the other two halves there. So this is the coil we're talking about. It moves this back and forward. So what I'll do is I'll do a continuity test on these wires to see if it's actually the coil in here that's causing that problem. So if I take that out, there's a slidey bit there, so that's quite free. So let's test this when it's out. There and there, so that's that. This is so tiny. Just try to put that in the wee connector there. So nothing. I'll put the back probes in there just to confirm that. And there's another one. And it's over here. Putting that one in the front, and that's not a very good connection, is it? Just go in the front way. So there. Got two connected crocodile clips, and there's nothing. So for me, this wee coil is burnt out. So I don't know if you can buy these separately or not, or if you find a way to just keep that in position short term until we decide what we're going to do with that. Right, back to the drawing board. Turns out that one of these wires is actually not working. So I've connected up these wires again. We've got a 9-volt battery, and all I'm trying to do is watch this to see if it goes up and down. And it works, look. So just as well I checked all my wires, because there seems to be one that's broken, but they are definitely going up and down. So there's nothing wrong with the coil. So the question is, why is it not doing what it's supposed to do? So the motor's working, that's working, so I'm going to try and put it back together again, and I'll maybe try looking at the board to see if there's something on the board that's not working. Right, so this is the board, and this is the connector here. I'll maybe turn that round that way, maybe you see it better. That's the connector here where the actuator is plugged into. So one of these is going to be the power supply, so I'm just going to check continuity of one of these. I think it might be this one up here. So that tells me that we're getting power from the power part here down through this, I'll call that resistor here, to there, to there. Right, so that's getting power. I'll try the other ones to that side. I don't know which one's connected to that. But anyway, that looks alright. So I'm just going to put it all back together again, and maybe send, well, let me just see if I can find out which pin. Now it's 2 pins that run that way, so say 2 wires, so we don't use the third wire over on the right here. So I need to find which other one of these. It's maybe over here somewhere. Let's check that. It's maybe a control wire for somewhere. And the plan was to see if I could figure out which other wire or connection is connecting to that. So when I plug it in, I can put 9 volts to these and power it. So we know that one, it's that one. So we'll get it put back together again, and we'll come back when we've got it built back up. So this is my second time putting it all back together again. Reason being is I slackened these 2 wee nuts at the top and that one there, and they 2 hold in this motor. I should have shown you it when I had it off. and when I put it back in again, there's actually a wee drive belt that drives that, and the drive belt had moved, and I put it back in and I tested it and it wouldn't move. So just in case you come across that, these two bolts here hold in the motor, and this bolt in here holds in the wee solenoid. This is what I've got today. Visitors, people staring at me. So yes, we'll carry on. They're not interested in helping me, so we'll get it put back together again and get it tested, but just in case, a point of note when you're putting that motor back in. Right, I've got that all reassembled. Obviously missing that cap there, so let's get this back into the car and power it on. Now that should all just sit down there like so, and I won't put it back in yet, we'll just wait. Put that a wee bit there. So we're hoping this rises, which it does. So it was stuck in park, it's still stuck, can you believe that? So it's back to square one, but that's stuck. So whatever that connection is, we've proved that the wee actuator is unlocking it, but it's solid. So I have to take it all back off again and try and figure out is it the module. But what I'll do first is I'll try and clear any codes on it. But now do that. But we shall try. I'll get the codes up for the gap tool. So there will be some faults in here for the parking brake module, so I'm going to clear all. So we've got driver's seat and HVAC, so foot on there, still solid, stuck in park. So you'll see the light on at park. So for whatever reason, as you've seen, putting power on the wee actuator, the wee solenoid, it is pulling it back, but when I put it back in the car, we've cleared all the codes. There's no engine management light on, but it remains off. So I'm going to get it back off again, one more test, and if it doesn't work, we'll tie it back temporarily, and we maybe need to get a new one of these. Right, I've got it all back off again. I'm an expert at taking it on and off now. So I've got the connections in here, I'm about to put it to my battery. So we're watching for this to move. So that works perfectly well, nothing wrong with that. So either that is something on this board that's causing that not to operate. Reading is that this one here is a control. So that one, sorry. So that's fine, and this one here is the power. So that goes to this chip here, which is there. So I'm getting power from there to there. Then this one here should be getting power to there, which it is. So there's power going to there. So that then should be going to the middle one, which it doesn't. So I think there's something wrong with that chip. Yeah, I was about to test that and my battery died, but I've came to the conclusion there's something wrong on the board between here and here, and the power supply is not getting from here to here. So my only temporary option is to hold that back with tape, which I've done to get the car going. It does work. I mean, it does get power to it, and it does work, but I think there's a problem with the circuit board, which is a pity. So I'll need to try and get some tape, hold that back, and see if we can get that to stay back. Right, so that's my temporary solution. I've got a bit of tape just holding that open to allow us to rotate the gear knob, and I need to look for a second hand one of these for this car. I think they're all pretty standard. I think that should hold it. I should be able to get that to slot into that slot there, and let the car at least drive and move. So I'm going to put it back together again, and I'll give it a go. Park, put that off, start it again. That's it all working. Although, if you notice that when I'm putting it into park, you can feel the car jerking. Well, that's it, temporary fix, hopefully that'll hold out. The problem with that is you can turn that freely. The idea is you put your foot in the brake and it allows you to turn it. Right. But if you don't put your foot in the brake and turn it, it will go into gear, but it might mess it up. Right, so that's that. I'll get this all put back down, that's it. I've got a new black thing for that, and we'll price up for a new one of these. We'll get all the codes cleared and that'll be us. Thanks Claire. Park, put that off, start it again. That's it all working. Although, if you notice that when I'm putting it into park, you can feel the car jerking. Well, that's it, temporary fix, hopefully that'll hold out. The problem with that is you can turn that freely. The idea is you put your foot in the brake and it allows you to turn it. Right. But if you don't put your foot in the brake and turn it, it will go into gear, but it might mess it up. Right, so that's that. I'll get this all put back down, that's it. I've got a new black thing for that, and we'll price up for a new one of these. We'll get all the codes cleared and that'll be us. Right, so we're back at the Range Rover Evoque, and we've got a new gear shift module. So based on all the investigation we've done the last time, we bought one, which is an aftermarket one, to be honest with you, and I think they've sent me the wrong one, so I don't think this is the correct part number I asked for. So I'm going to try and fit it anyway, because it does say it's for an Evoque of this year. We'll get it fitted quickly, shouldn't take me too long, and we'll see if it actually works or not. So we're just going to do the usual, take this out, and we'll stick the new one in. So I've had it out several times, so it shouldn't take me too long to do that. We had abandoned ship there because of this inclement Scottish weather we have. It's absolutely bucketing it down. But anyway, it seemed to work, but we'll get back to it and take it for a wee test drive. This is the old one. I'll put my Range Rover logo on that. It looks slightly different at the bottom. Definitely a different part number. This is the one that we took off and locked in the wee locker that's actually broken, or the chip's broken on it. But it still works, so I'm going to keep a hold of that, because we have got another couple of Evoques in the family. And hopefully that can get us out of a hole at some point if we need to, but that's it operating, and we'll come back and get a wee test drive, and we get a wee bit of sunshine, which might be never in Scotland. So we're back from a test drive, and all's looking well in the car. That module actually fitted it. So back on the road for young Molly. Car seems to be doing fine, and I hope you enjoyed that video, changing the gear shift module, which apparently is quite a common problem. If you enjoyed the video, just give it a like if you don't mind, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now.